Okay, you guys, so I'm trying to get to the bottom of what is really going on with Offset, Cardi B, and this money mess that just refuses to die. Because this divorce is not just emotional, it's financial warfare. Right now, Offset is out here clearing a $1.5 million IRS debt in the middle of one of the messiest celebrity divorces we've seen in a minute. And while some people are clapping it up like good for him, I'm looking at the bigger picture and asking, why now and why is there still more smoke behind the scenes? Let's get straight into the receipts because this isn't internet gossip, this is paperwork. According to US Weekly, newly filed IRS documents dated December 26, 2025, confirmed that Offset officially satisfied a federal tax lien totaling $1,575,266.73. That lien was tied to unpaid taxes from 2022 and was originally filed back on April 3, 2024. So yes, that particular debt is handled, cleared, stamped, done. But before anyone starts screaming Offset got his life together, slow down, because this is only one bill in a stack of overdue notices. Here's where it really starts to look shaky. While Offset cleared that $1.5 million lien, he is still dealing with other unresolved tax issues that are very much active. In October 2025, the IRS hit him with another federal lien claiming he owes $486,426.35 for 2023 taxes. On top of that, the Georgia Department of Revenue filed a separate lien back in March 2025 for roughly $292,000 tied to his 2021 taxes, once interest, penalties, and collection fees were added. When you add that up, Offset still has about $778,426 in unreleased tax liens hanging over his head. Now, let's pause right there, because this is not no light work. We're not talking about forgetting to file 1 year or being a little late on payments. This is a pattern, multiple years, multiple agencies, federal and state. And when you see that kind of financial paper trail, it really makes you wonder how long this has been bubbling behind the scenes while the public was focused on relationship drama, cheating rumors, and social media antics. And speaking of receipts, Cardi B herself already told y'all what time it was. Back in September 2025, Cardi went on a very candid rant and explained that Offset's tax issues were a major reason their divorce has been dragging on for so long. She didn't sugarcoat it, she didn't dance around it, she said flat out that she was being pressured to cover his tax debts and even give up property just to finalize the split. That's a heavy accusation, and whether you like Cardi or not, those words hit different when IRS paperwork starts lining up with her story. Her exact energy was basically, I'm not about to be financially held hostage in a marriage that's already over. She said, the only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for their taxes. I'm not gonna live my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage. And let's be real, that's not just anger talking, that's frustration from someone who feels boxed in by legal and financial entanglements. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Cardi and Offset first linked up in 2017, had a whirlwind relationship, public breakups, reconciliations, and 3 children together, Kulture, Wave, and Blossom. This isn't just 2 exes arguing over money, there are kids involved, assets involved, brands involved. Cardi B is a global superstar with multiple income streams, endorsements, and business ventures. Offset is successful too, but clearly the money management hasn't been as clean as it should have been at that level. And here's the uncomfortable part people don't like to talk about. When one partner is significantly more financially stable, situations like this can turn into leverage battles. If Cardi is saying she felt pressured to cover debts that weren't hers just to be free, that raises serious questions about power dynamics in celebrity marriages. Let's be real, money problems end regular marriages every day. Add fame, pride, and public image into it, and it turns nuclear. Meanwhile, Cardi has already moved on publicly. She announced in September 2025 that she's expecting her fourth child with NFL star Stefan Diggs. So from her perspective, she's trying to close one chapter and fully step into another. But legally, financially, and contractually, Offset is still tied to her, and these tax issues seem to be one of the biggest chains keeping that door from fully closing. And that's not even the end of Offset's legal stress. Outside of taxes, he's also dealing with a $232,000 default judgment from an alleged assault at a Florida nightclub back in 2021. Two men claim he attacked them without provocation, causing injuries that required medical attention. There's a hearing scheduled for February 2026 where Offset will try to overturn that ruling. So again, we're seeing a pattern of unresolved legal and financial matters stacking up at the same time his personal life is imploding. If this is true, and the documents suggest it is, it's very concerning because at some point, the question becomes accountability. Clearing one big debt is good, yes, but it doesn't erase the others, and it doesn't undo the strain this allegedly put on his marriage. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments so far. Do you see this as Offset finally taking responsibility, or is this just damage control now that everything is out in the open? And before anyone says, well, at least he paid something, let me be clear. Paying $1.5 million to the IRS is not charity, it's obligation. The IRS does not play, and when they start filing liens, they're not asking, they're collecting. So the timing of this payment, right in the middle of a divorce where money is a central issue, is absolutely worth side-eyeing. So picking up right where we left off, the real conversation now shifts to optics and consequences, because clearing one IRS lien doesn't magically rewrite the narrative around Offset's finances. It just changes the headline. One debt gone, several still breathing, and when you're divorcing someone like Cardi B, every unpaid bill turns into a character witness. Let's be real, in high-profile splits, money doesn't just talk, it testifies. What stands out to me is how this payment suddenly reframes the public discussion. Some fans are already spinning this like a redemption arc, but if you zoom out, this move looks more strategic than celebratory. When divorce lawyers are involved, financial cleanup often isn't about growth. It's about limiting damage. Judges, mediators, and attorneys look at patterns, not press releases, and multiple liens across multiple years tell a story whether Offset likes it or not. And here's where it gets uncomfortable, because Cardi B didn't just complain, she documented frustration that lines up with these filings. When someone says they felt pressured to cover another adult's tax mess just to be free, that's not pillow talk, that's financial coercion territory. It really makes you wonder how many celebrity relationships stay legally alive long after they're emotionally dead, because one party benefits from the delay. Now, let's talk ego for a second. In hip-hop culture, success is loud. Cars, chains, real estate, luxury lifestyles. But taxes don't care about image. The IRS doesn't care about streams or status, and that's why these situations hit different. When fans see wealth, they assume stability. But this situation exposes how fast that illusion cracks when the paperwork shows otherwise. That's not no light work, especially when kids and shared assets are involved. And what can't be ignored is how this impacts co-parenting dynamics. Financial instability, even at a high income level, creates tension that bleeds into custody negotiations, support arrangements, and long-term planning for children. Cardi is already moving forward with her life and expanding her family, while Offset appears stuck managing past obligations. That imbalance alone can fuel resentment and harden legal positions on both sides. And let's not forget the external pressure. Offset still has that nightclub assault judgment looming, with a February 2026 hearing on deck. Even if he believes he can overturn it, the fact remains that unresolved legal exposure weakens leverage in any negotiation. If this is true, allegedly, it paints a picture of someone constantly playing defense instead of building stability. And that matters when courts start weighing credibility and responsibility. From a broader perspective, this whole situation reflects a recurring issue in celebrity breakups: financial literacy lagging behind financial success. Too many artists come up fast, earn millions, and outsource accountability until it's too late. Then, when relationships fall apart, money becomes the battlefield instead of the safety net. Let's be real, love didn't end this marriage, logistics did. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you believe Offset is genuinely trying to clean things up, or is this just a calculated move to look better during divorce proceedings? And do you think Cardi was right to draw a hard line instead of paying her way out of the marriage for peace? And before I wrap this up, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want more breakdowns like this, because these celebrity headlines always have more layers than what's trending on social media. I'll keep digging into the paperwork so y'all don't have to.